Hey everybody, welcome back to our channel. So it's Monday. It's Monday. Lost a day somewhere, y'all. It's Monday, October 2nd. Where y'all been? Hadn't seen y'all in a long time. I'm probably the one that's been missing, but it's good to see you guys. Guess what it is? It's budget time. Do your budget. Do your budget. Hey, hey. Take it back now, y'all. Oh, sorry. I got caught up in the moment. It's budget time, y'all. Yes, it is. So it's October and it's time to do our monthly budget. If you're new to my channel, my name is Shakema and I am one mom of 2 girls, 2 boys, and there's 1 puppy now. And we are faithful followers of Jesus Christ. So a lot of people ask me, what does your name mean? So that is what our name means. There's 1 mom, 2 girls, there's 2 boys, but there are 8 people that actually reside in this house, the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. And we give God all the praise and honor for everything that we have or everything that we accomplish in our lives. And that also means our money, our finances. So I'll just give you a little background story if you're new, and those scratchy sounds is my fur baby trying to get in the room while I'm videotaping. So Jackson is 8. So probably about 7 years ago, roughly, I was going through, it's 9 years ago, I was going through a separation and a pending divorce. And when Jackson probably was about a year old, a year and a half old or something, at the church that I go to, my church home, they were doing a series called Financial Peace University. And we were working really heavily with all of the couples and those of us who were singles to gain financial freedom. And I took the class. It was supernatural how the Lord actually ended up giving me the $100 for the class. I don't even know where it came from. I don't even have a clue where it came from now. I just know I didn't have it and it showed up. So that was a blessing in itself. And I'm going to take my glasses off because I see a little bit of a glare. So we don't want to have that. But the Lord really just dropped that $100 in my life. And I was able to take that class. I think it was about 13 weeks. I can't remember the exact time. It's been so long ago. And ever since then, I've been hitting my budget hard every month. I've been having a budget committee meeting of 1 and writing down my budget. I am faithful to write my budget down. Whether I'm faithful to stick to my budget or not is another story. I do try to be as faithful as I can. So let's jump into it. Recap. June and July, I'm a 10-month employee, so in June and July, I do not have a normal paycheck. I pay myself every month for 10 months, or I pay my bank, and then my bank deposits money into my checking account in June and July. So going back to work in August, because I'm a teacher full-time, I got my very first paycheck in August, and so here's my second paycheck of the school year for September. And I will tell you this, when I was going through, because we can kind of look and check our employee portal about a week out to see kind of where we are. And I checked my deposit, which is always pending until the day of. It was about $63.25 short of what it was in August. And I was like, why is my check short? And I'm looking to make sure they didn't dock my pay. I know I was there every day, or I used sick time if I was out or whatever. And I couldn't figure it out. And finally, I did find it. I belong to the Teacher Association. And so the Teacher Association does an automatic draft. They did not draft in August. They drafted in September. So I think we go September to May with automatic drafts from the Teacher Association. So it was $63.25 exactly to the nose. And so I was a little bit short. I was a little bit shorter this month than I was last month, just based on numbers wise. So saying all of that, it just took me by surprise because my paycheck is usually the same. And so I was like, okay, why is this coming up missing? But that was the reason. Also, if you've been following the journey at all, I really started doing these budgeting videos July of not this past year, but of the year before, where I would do them consistently every month. Where I would do them consistently every month. And so off and on or sporadically, you will hear me talk about child support. At this point in my journey, it has always been pretty sporadic, but sometimes there's periods of consistency. We are back at sporadic, with September not nearly being what it should have been, and no clear window on when there's going to be consistency. So for right now, everything I'm accounting for is coming out of my paycheck. I'm not accounting anything from that because I can't depend on it right now. I got a phone call last night, and again, things are just not dependable. So I am not worried about it. I'm just saying, if you don't hear me mention it, that's why. We're just not consistent, and then we are going to be consistent, but then there's going to be another change. So too much for me to wrap my mind around. I'm going to do my share and move right along. Praise the Lord. So I do follow the Dave Ramsey zero-based budget system, where every penny I make gets a name, or it belongs to a category. So I fill out my budget sheet for the month. I zero balance out. That's in my projected. And then I actually do another column, which is how much I actually spent on a specific thing. So let me tell you my categories. I'll tell you how much I got paid, and then I'll tell you where I placed that money. So I have charitable gifts, which is 10 to 15%. Savings is 5 to 10% of my income. Housing, 25 to 35%. And these are all based on Dave's system. Utilities is 5 to 10%. Food is 5 to 15%. Transportation, 10 to 15%. Clothing is 2 to 7%. Medical is 5 to 10%. Personal is 5 to 10%. Recreation, 5 to 10%. Debt is 5 to 10%. And then my total income is, for the month, I had $2,790.40. So I'll show you that number right here. Let's see if we can find it. Okay, there it is. So $2,790.40. So that was my payroll deposit. So going back to my charitable contributions, there are two items that fall under charitable contributions for us. For me, that's my tithe and offering. And then we partner with a ministry that's outside of our church specific. I've partnered with their ministry for years now, and I really wish I could do more than what I do, but I cannot. So at this point. So for my tithe and offering, it was $485, and I tithe off of my gross income, not the net. Whatever you choose to do with your family income, I respect that. I've always tithed off of my gross income. I haven't missed it. And God's always shown up. He's always made a way. Even if I would have appeared to have a short month or a tight month, He's always made it up. Speaking of a short month or a tight month, I did not have any coupons, so I had been shopping at Aldi's. Well, just this past week in the mail, I received 2 envelopes full of coupons from some of my lovely subscribers, which helped my kids and I get all the groceries we needed for this week for pennies on the dollar. So my experience is tithing off of my gross income has never harmed my family. It has always helped my family. That's my belief. It is my conviction, and I'm okay with that. So to the ministry, we do $30. I wish I could do more, but $30 is what we do for that. This month, I didn't put in any money into savings at all, and that's just because there wasn't any to put there. I know I have had a comment about why didn't I save, and again, with every penny being accounted for, sometimes there's not always savings. So I just put the money where I need it, and I keep it moving. My mortgage is $874.02. I do not have homeowners insurance. I paid that last month. That pays me out to the end of the year. My homeowners association, homeowners association I paid last month, which takes me out till December. I won't have HOA again until January. So we're paid up for the month for the year of 2017. Lawn care. $60 I pull out in cash for my lawn care. That's going to be changing. My lawn guy actually texted and said he was done cutting grass for the month, for the season. He wasn't cutting again until April. But my next door neighbor over there cut his grass, and my grass was a little bit high. I was like, hey, do you know anybody who might want to cut my grass one more time? So I have that $60, or had that $60, and I'll tell you where some of that went. I do count on getting the grass cut once more before the end of the season. But then it was like, well, Shakema, what are you going to do with that $60? Because I already budget for it. And I know some people have asked me about sinking funds. I don't do sinking funds like Dave Ramsey says, because a lot of times there's nothing to sink into the fund. But I do have periods throughout the year where I get extra monies, and so I take those monies in chunks and just pay off additional things that might come up then. So what I'm thinking I want to do is I'm going to take that $60 a month and go and I want to do either put it in my vacation fund or vacation fund, because the kids and I are going on vacation next month, but I can't think of right now what I would want to do with it, but I'm going to put it somewhere. I haven't decided that. It's going somewhere, but I don't know where, because I don't want to absorb the cost, and then when it's time for him to start cutting the grass again, try to find that $60. So I am just going to consistently keep that money into a fund of some kind. I may turn that over into homeschool for that season of October to April. Maybe. That might be good. That might be good. That's a thought. Let me know what you think. For my insurance for my iPhone, it's $7.99. For my utilities, okay, utilities went up this month for some reason. We're not using any more utilities than we did last month, as far as I can tell. So I don't know. But my utilities last month was $95. This month it was $108.98. My cell phone is $106. My cable is $69.20, and I actually need to pay that. Make a note, because I paid everything else. Pay cable, pay that. My water bill was $57.89. Okay, groceries for 4 weeks, $2.15. And the reason I put in $2.15 is because I needed to get something extra with the $15, and I can't remember now what it was, because I actually got cash out on Friday, but I didn't have time to do the video until today. So I needed $15 extra for some reason, for something I needed to buy. Today we had potluck at school, or so I thought. That was what the first email said. So I took $15 over and went to get desserts, because that was what I was going to take to the potluck, because I didn't have time to cook anything. And when I get there, they say, oh no, they sent out another email that was canceled. So I spent $15 that I shouldn't have spent. Anyway. So $50 for each week for 4 weeks. And I think I had to adjust that to $40 for something. I do not have a car payment. My car is paid in full. Praise the Lord. Gas, I took $120 out. Well, I budget $120. I use my debit card for gas. So $26 a week, $30 a week for 4 weeks at $120 for the month. For kids' clothing, I didn't put anything for adult clothing. I have more clothes than I need. I do need 2 pair of leggings, but I'm going to just maybe try to hold off. Jackson needs a new pair of rain boots. He has outgrown his rain boots. And the reason the kids have rain boots is because we take the puppy out, and sometimes she likes to go out. We go out early morning, and so there's dew and stuff on the grass, or she might go into some tall grass, and I don't want them to just have their feet exposed, because they would wear flip-flops all day, every day. So I put $15.06 for Jackson to get his boots. But of course, we didn't get them yet. But I did budget it. Flipping over, okay, for my Healthways, which is my gym membership, is $25. For Gracie, I usually do food, a bath, and a chew toy at $60. So I called the vet the other day because she needs HeartGuard, heartworm medicine, and she needs flea medicine. So when I got the last 6 months supply, it was only like $38 for the HeartGuard for 6 months, no problem. And then it was not that much more for the flea meds for 6 months, but she gained weight. She was 25 pounds when I got the last medications. Now she's 40 pounds. So in 6 months, she's gained 15 pounds. She's probably a porker. I'm going to have to stop feeding her so much. She is not getting any more human food, we decided. But she did steal an egg muffin this morning. She's those tendencies to, I don't know. She was smelling the goodness. Anyway. So $60. They told me for the flea meds is going to be like $107 for 6 months. So I'm shopping around for flea medication right now. I will get her HeartGuard for $38, which is for 6 months, no problem. But I'm shopping around for flea meds because $60 is all I budgeted for that. Household supplies and home improvements, I budgeted $75. There were a couple projects I wanted to do for the fall. My Amazon Prime kicked in this month. Last month I got the free 30 days, but it was $10.99 this month. And I order quite a few books, reading materials for my ladies group. If you have not joined the ladies group, please join us. I'm going to talk about that, but join the ladies group. Information is in the description box. So I order quite a few books from there, not just for myself, but for a couple of the ladies. I ordered their books. They're some of our more senior members, and so I do try to take care of them as well. So $10.99 for that. Taekwondo $3.25, which is what I pay for the kids to take and myself to take. And the reason I pay so much is because they can go to unlimited classes 5 days a week. And then my kids are also on special teams. We don't pay anything additional for special teams. However, they can, again, take as many classes as they want. Some classes are just, some studios or dojons is 30 minutes or an hour class per week. My kids could be at Taekwondo for 4 or 5 hours per day, every day for 5 days. So for 2 kids and 1 mom, $3.25. Our PureFlix account, which is kind of like Netflix, but more Christian based, $7.99. I'm doing the Tony Evans Training Center. I'm taking a theology course through his. I'm taking one course through his training center, and that's $14.99 a month. Alana needs new Taekwondo pants, so I budgeted $40 in. I don't know that they will be $40, but I budgeted it. Blow money, I had $30, and then my student loan was $52.29, and all of that ended up totaling $27.90.40. My total amount paid $2,790.40. So to date, I have paid my tithe. I have paid my ministry. I just paid my mortgage today. I pulled out money for the lawn guy. My iPhone will come out of my bank. My utility bill is paid. I'm going to pay my cable bill in a minute. My water bill is paid. My grocery money, I got cash out for that. I have spent $26 in gas. I pulled out Jackson's money for boots. Healthways will come out of my bank. Gracie's money I pulled out. Household supplies I pulled out. Amazon Prime has not come out yet, but it will. I've paid Taekwondo. PureFlix will come out in the next couple of days. Tony Evans has already come out. I pulled out the blow money, but I did not pull out the Taekwondo money. And let me just say this about Taekwondo. So there is an additional expense this month that I'm praying that monies will come through for them. So they have what's called a Halloween bash, which is a little thing they have over at the Dojang. It actually is a parents' night out. so we can go out, drop the kids off and we can go do something. I don't usually have anything to do. I usually go park my car somewhere while I wait for the kids to get done playing, and then I'll pick them up. Partly because I live so far away from the dojang. It makes no sense for me to go all the way home and then go all the way back to go all the way, So I usually try to find a place to just sit and read, or I'll get some work done or something while they're doing their fun thing. And the reason I do that, my kids homeschool. And because they homeschool, they're the only 2 students in their school. Previously, they would go to a co-op where there were 2 other students. They would go twice a week. Since December of last year, we have not been to that co-op strictly because my sitter had a change where she was not able to take them over there. She had been driving. She drove them faithfully for 2 years. In addition to sitting for the kids. I mean, she just took that on herself, to my appreciation. But she had a change and was unable to continue to drive them. So now my kids have school, just the 2 of them in their school. My sitter's kids are younger, so they are not in homeschool because they're like little kids. So their friend base comes from the dojang, all of the kids who take Taekwondo. There are 2 other homeschool families that we know of. Maybe, I think there's 3 homeschool families in Taekwondo. But there are a lot of kids who just go to regular school. But every day they meet over at the dojang and they're there for hours with each other. So that's their friend group. And so I want to nurture that. My son is really good at Taekwondo. He's only 8 years old and he's excellent at it. It is just his natural thing he gets. So I'm trying to make sure that they have that social aspect as well as the exercise. Alana needs the exercise, and that acts as their PE for their week. And they actually get PE every day. Well, not Mondays. Mondays is homeschool catch-up day if we need that. But so they have Parents' Night Out, the Halloween bash. That's the 31st of October. No, that's not. That's the 28th of October. So that's $50. And then they're going to this other, like this indoor trampoline park situation. They're doing it the same day. It's actually going to be an overnight. So they're going to need a little bit more for that as well. And then we also have competition, a tournament, because my kids are on the competition team. They are required to attend the tournament. I found out, though, the tournament, I thought it was going to be $100 a kid. It's only going to be $45. So that, praise the Lord. And if I have to pull that out of savings, I will pull it out. Prayerfully, we'll get some funds in that will make up for it, but I'm not going to count on it. So right now, I'm looking at about $350 more that I have to do for Taekwondo this month. That's not normal at all. That's not normal. But we're coming into the fall and the holiday season, so we're going to be off some for Thanksgiving. They're going to be off for Christmas. So we're getting everything in the end of the month so that as we go into the season, they're not missing things. If the money doesn't come through, we'll just say, hey, we can't do it this time, and it's no problem. We did sign up, but if we need to decline, we can always decline. So anyway, I do want to show you my cash. I did get some cash out. And then remember, I'm using my recollections planner here. And I have done so poorly with my recollections planner, but I'm getting back on it. I like this planner a whole lot. And I like what I was doing with it, just recording all of my monies that I was spending daily. But these, again, are my envelopes. And I got these, remember, I got these from Mom Needs a Clone. And I just love all of these. I love her design. She does a great job. The reason I have not talked about the giveaway, I'm going to do a whole video on the giveaway. I wanted to order these and give these away, but her shop is not open right now. She's been ill because I messaged with her and I was asking, hey, somebody's trying to order some of these, and I want to order some, but her shop is not open, and I wanted these specifically. I didn't want to find any from anybody else, and I can find some from somebody else, but I'm going to do a video on the giveaway. I may do a live event later. I'm planning that. So anyway, let me stuff my envelopes. Right now for cash, I have lawn, groceries, kids, Gracie, household, and that's what I have. So let's see what I've got in this envelope. I have gone and done my household. Here are my household projects that I wanted to do. So that's why I counted in $75. I wanted to do a farmhouse simplistic look in my coffee area, and that area is done. I'm going to film that. It's really cute and neat, and I found some really neat things that I actually shopped the house for a couple of those. I needed a leaf blower, and Ollie's had one for $25.99 because we have this large tree in our front yard and it has leaves everywhere, so I needed that. I also got an extension cord for $7.99. It's 25 feet. I wanted to do a single serve cup coffee maker in my new coffee area because I wanted other people to have a good experience. Not only coffee, everybody doesn't drink coffee. So I have hot chocolate pods, cider pods. I'm going to be getting some tea pods and coffee pods. But the only way for people to have individual is to get a new coffee pot. And so I found one at Walmart for $19.99. So those were some areas I wanted to do some home projects. So let me show you what I do every month. So once I do my budget, which is on my budget sheet, then I will turn it over and I will write out what my cash envelope categories are and how much they are. I also total out how much cash I'm going to need to get for the month, and I'll write that down. I write all these down for the bank teller, and then I write out my denominations, how much of each denom I'm going to need. So, sorry, y'all might can't see that real well. There you go. I needed 18 20s, 8 10s, 3 5s, 1 nickel, and 1 penny. And yes, to the penny. I do count out my money to the penny. So I got all my cash, or I got most of my cash. So I'll show you what I have because I have already been and spent some cash. So let me see. 4 weeks of groceries, right? What else did I have? I had Gracie. Let me see. Because I had to spend some extra money somewhere. That's okay. All right, I know how to do this. I had to spend extra money. So that's for Gracie. I'm going to do this and that. When I went to do my household stuff, because I needed to get quite a few things, and then I got Jackson something for his tinker cart. That just cost me a little bit more than what I thought. So the cash that I have now is not the cash that I had on there. I have the $60 for Gracie. So I'm going to put that in an envelope. And her envelope says Gracie on it somewhere. Let's see. That's groceries week 4. There's Gracie's envelope. So I'm going to put her money in there. Okay. Let me see. Okay, I'm going to put... I had to take $15 out this morning for the potluck. I have $30 because I'm only getting my lawn cut once. So let's see. There's my lawn care envelope. And it says lawn care on it. Now, I did the super double this week, so I shopped already 1 week for groceries. Let me see. Shopped already, so I had 4 weeks at $50. So I should only have 3 weeks. 1, 2, 3. Because I took some money away to make up for the stuff I needed to get for the house, because it just ended up being a little bit more than the $75 that I had planned for it, which was fine. I mean, it really turned out to be okay. So these are my grocery envelopes. I've already shopped week 1, so I'm going to put that to the back. For week 2, I took $10 out, so I'm going to have groceries week 2. Groceries for week 3. Groceries for week 4. Okay, so that's that. So I've got my 3 groceries for 2, 3, and 4 since I shopped this week already. I have lawn care. I've got Gracie. Let me see where else I needed money. I'm thinking that this is for Jackson's boots. The $15 that's left is for Jackson's boots. So that's what I'm going to put in there for. Even though I bought him a thing for his Tinker card out of my blow money. So my blow money is gone. The household money is gone because we spent that. I needed an extra $15 this morning. I had to have $15 for something else. I can't remember. It was something I needed at the grocery store last week. Friday. It was Friday. Anyway. Can't remember, but I did get $455.06 out, and I spent a little bit more on the house than I should have, but again, I had to make adjustments. I think we're okay with what we have. I'm not going to worry over it. I'm going to submit all things as unto the Lord, and God's going to take care of us and our situation, and I'm satisfied. So anyway, like I said, I'm satisfied. I am going to be tightening up the budget just because I don't want to have random spending. I really don't. I want to be very consistent over the next couple of months. I'm going to do a live event. I think I'll do it tonight. We'll see how it goes, because there's some things I want to share with everybody. So I've got to stay on budget because there's some large things coming up in November that I've got to plan for. So anyway, hope you enjoyed the budget. If you have any questions about it, let us know. Please give this budget video a thumbs up if you like our budget. Thank you so much for stopping by and chit-chatting with us and seeing how the Lord is helping us make do with what we have. We are blessed. There could be some areas where I would love to beef it up here and beef it up there, but we are okay. Like Paul says, I've learned how to be okay when I have a whole lot, and I learned how to be okay when I don't have as much. Compared to where we were 7 years ago, we are so good. We are really good. I'm not worried about how I'm going to feed my kids. I have been successful through prompting of Holy Spirit how to feed my kids using coupons and doing the best that I can. So we are thankful for what we have. It's going to stretch. It's going to do what needs to be done. I am thankful. So anyway, I just wanted to thank you so much for stopping by our channel. You are a true blessing. You are a true blessing to us. Again, if you like this video and budget videos, give us a thumbs up. We would really appreciate it. Just says, hey, we like your video. If you're new to our channel, hit the red subscribe button. We love to keep you as a part of our YouTube community. We got a lot going on here in the next couple of months. I've got some things really planned that I'm trying to do for the channel. Some changes, just some additions, not any changes, just some additions. But anyway, thank you so much for stopping by our channel. We are honored to have you as always, and we'll see you the next time we budget. Bye.